I will enter his gate with thanksgiving in my heart. I will enter his court with praise. I will say, this is the day
settle down so we can.
Lord has made. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad.
Is there no other person to attend to those things? Is this seat for the distinguished alumni? Who are there for that? This one, there is some there. No. Let it move closer.
Can I block? It's okay.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Minders. We're about to start. Sorry for the delay. They put it due to circumstances beyond our control. So God is really in charge. So the agenda for today's meeting, our general meeting of the Onitsha School, Onitsha Students Association. This one, opening prayer, the President General and other members of the Executive report, for standing committee. Graduation set the Chairman, to report the list of functional graduation sets and their officials. The branch association development chairman was offered to Budaya to report on the functional branches and list of their officials. Entrepreneurship and Career Development Chairman Sir Joseph Onward to report on the strategic plans of the committee for 2024 in accounts. And number 5, appointment of auditors, lawyers for the purpose of filing annual reports. Number 6, approval of duties list of patrons and patrons for the association. Number 7, inauguration of National Secretary and Amamata Development Fund Committee. Number 8, compilation of list of elders of the association past 70 years and above. Emphasis registered members. Number 9, Sounds very bad. Caleb, bring members. The ongoing football tournament among all students of CKC, Ladies High School, TMJS, and any other business. Then I join it. So I'll hand over the mic to PG, who is the chairman of the Christian. Let's start with an open prayer. We have a pastor here. Pastor Chukuka. Pastor.
Observation.
Observation.
We have to adopt the agenda first.
Yeah.
We will not pick any project or doctrine as agenda.
Let's start with the name prayer first. We haven't started. So
Open prayer. Pastor David tomorrow.
Let's stand, please. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, by the power of Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Mighty God, we thank you for the life given unto us, the strength given unto us, for gathering us here today as old students of this great school. We love you so much because without thee, we can never be. We cannot operate. It's only by your strength, by your knowledge, by your wisdom and understanding, we operate, Lord. Thank you so much for the journey mercy given unto us. My Lord and my God, whatever our iniquities are, have mercy upon us. Remember you paid this price on the cross of Calvary. Cleanse us with the blood of Jesus. Sanctify us and make us holy. Holy Spirit, rule over this meeting. Rule and reign over us. Jesus Christ, share this occasion. Share this meeting for us. Bless us, bless this school. May this school live forever. Hallelujah. May there be more glory upon this school beyond our expectation. Take all the glory, Lord. When we are going today, see us free in all things. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In the name of Jesus Christ we pray.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Lord.
Thank you, Pastor. Before we proceed, I want to recognize in our midst a member of Board of Trustees of Our Ladies High School Onitsha Old Student Association, and indeed the Secretary of Board of Trustees in the person of High Chief Elects Ifabwe. Please, Elects Ifabwe, come and take seats over there. In the same vein, let me also recognize one of our own, a man of timber and caliber, the chairman of the Stakeholders Committee, Our Ladies High School, Onitsha, Honorable Ibuchim Ezekwe.
Praise God.
Hallelujah. Please join him on the high table. Having said that, we will quickly break the kola nut. Secretary, you are going to carry out that function, follow the procedure. We're here. I don't know whether the kola nut should go to Ibuchim. I think you are here in Onitsha. You live here in Onitsha.
I live here in Onitsha.
Yes. So,
am I the oldest? I think so.
Well, I am one year, but who may be older.
No.
But why am I well now? Prof. Salute.
Prof is 76. I'm 76 and 77.
Yeah.
But she's a woman.
Because she's a woman. So I think the kola nut should go to Honorable Buchim Ezepo to do the needful.
Are you from Onitsha?
My mother is from Onitsha. I'm not from Onitsha.
You're not from Onitsha. Okay, we'll give him. But there's an Onitsha indigenous.
The pastor of Onitsha.
Onitsha indigenous.
Okay, will you want him to break the kola nut? Because he's an indigenous.
Pastor Onitsha. Unless my nurse is in one. Pastor Gawa, unless my nurse is in one. Or was he in one?
So, oh yeah. I say hi, Chief, even if he's not a trustee.
The son of the soil. Oh, really?
David.
Oh, yeah, right. For the executive.
Hi, Chief. Oh, Julius.
Deba ya kene munu. Asena anyị ga-adịo unu mana ọjị ada anụ oyibo. Ọ na-anụ Igbo. Asị na ọ ga-abala anyị na ije anyị bịara bụ ije ga-amịta ezi mkpụrụ. Ọ ga-adịla skuulu a mma, dịla ezinụlọ anyị mma. Emele enu emele anyị, ọkwọnụ skuulu a mere ife anyị bụ n'ụbọchị nke taata. Anyị si na ndị isi ebe dị iche iche bịa na anyị nwa bi n'Ọnịcha. Ụkwụ anyị ji bịa nke anyị ga-eji na ga-akapụ ya. A sị na anyị ga-abụ na echi na maka chi eji na ga-enwe echi. A sị na mmụọ ọjọọ ama afọ anyị, ajọ mmadụ ama afọ anyị. Ifeọma ga na-akpa anyị iru na 2025 anọnwa. Onwe nke anyị na-enwere ike imezu na 2023 anyị ga-emezu na 2024. Ụmụ oge na-ekpe ekpele pastọ sị ka skuulu a live forever. A sị na oge adịkwa otu a n'aha Jizọs. Forever abụrụ na forever memorially. The PG ị ga-achịka anyị nka. Anyị afụrọkwa ụdị a maka ọ ga-akpọrọ mbi ọka mgbe ọ jesi fọ na Ministry of Lands. Ọ na-akụ ife nwa na-agba ka moto nsị ya ọkpọla ife a emegidego ike gwa onye ọbụla. Ọ na-abịazi mfụ keksa ọbịa ti ife mfọ n'ọka karịa m. A sị na Chineke ga-agọzi gozie nke ọbụla itinyela aka. That spirit iji achị organization a Chukwu ga na-ebless ya. Nsị Chineke nna kekele ụbọchị nke taata chọọ onye mma ka ọ bịa tọọ ji a n'ọgbe ka anyị taa anya n'ibe si n'afa Jizọs Kraịst bụ enwe anyị. Tuenu m akụ nwa afọ. watching a many.
Unu ga-ebughari sikwana ọchị ma onwesikwala ife anyị sulu wee taa a na-eme nke ahụ tupu anyị wee gaba n'iru biko unu nụrụ ka Secretary General will agenda of today's meeting. Ọ ka anyị wee jide n'aka na onye ọbụla ma ibe anyị gbakọta ime taa onwe onye ọgba aghali ama m na nwere onye ọgba aghali ya biko ofu onye wenye aka kwado na anyị ga-anọkọrịta n'ụbọchị taa wee kpaa maka ibe ndị dị ebe a biko ka anyị adopt ọnụ the agenda for today's meeting. You don't move on.
Man, before move on, my opening prayer. After adjournment, closing prayer.
Arize, because adjournment, then item 11, closing prayer. Amendment done. Who supports the agenda?
I support.
Ken Ezra has supported the agenda and will quickly make progress. Before we get into the President General's address, I would like us to introduce ourselves. Starting from the rear. Starting from the rear. So who takes the, where's the other mic? Where's the other mic? Okay, please take it to the back. Let's start from there. Ogo na Ebro member igwanyi onye ebo. Onye bụ member ọgwa anyị apịa ọgwa anyị set ya ka m wee malụ ma onwe ndị mmasị faji esepụla na ebe ni ọ bụ na ị na-by my far left ọ dịka onwe gị onye ọ dị ka m ga-etigbu ngwa biko bido n'azụ ka anyị gaba n'iru.
Good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome. I am the principal of Our Lady's High School, Onitsha. My name is Mrs. Nneka Ogudo from Nokwa. Thank you.
Round of applause. Please, principal, come forward to the front. Yes.
Please, I want to stay here to help me move around if there is any need.
Okay, you can sit there. You can always go up from that one and then come in. We don't want to have vacant seats in front. Let everybody move forward and occupy the front seats.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is David Okafo. I'm from Oka. I'm not a member of this country.
Thank you. Yes, an observer.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
My name is Barrister Chimezi Okeke. I'm a 2010 seat. Yes. Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
Yes.
Chimezi, now I am meeting you and seeing you live. Yes, I have noticed the name in the platform, so you're welcome. We're happy to have you.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
My name is Professor Amechi Comfort Ifako, 1976 set.
Prof, you're welcome.
Humanitas.
Humanitas.
Service to
Service to
mankind.
mankind.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
Yes, my name is if I was Alex. If I was Alex. If I was Alex is an chief and high chief of our kingdom. Of 81 set. 81 set. Now I'm an age now. Thank you.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
My name is Okoro Christopher Buka. I am 2004 set.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
Pamela Ifoma Bemuto. Me, Odogu, 1987.
Sorry, but I think you are a member of the executive. It will also be good you tell us the position you have in the executive. Chief Provost, thank you.
I'm the social secretary.
Thank you.
Nabla is my name. 1987. President General. This girl, in those days, I will mention the person's name. But when she will be going to Wallywood to fetch water, those boys will be hanging there. Let me stop there.
Thank you.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
I'm Mr. Victor Onyekwe, 1981 set. I'm the welfare officer. Thank you.
I'm not.
My name is John Chike Okafor. I'm the Secretary General. I belong to the class of 1979. Thank you.
Okay. I'll give that.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
I am Kenneth Ezan, 1979 set. Humanitas. I think it's my turn now. Okay.
Humanitas. I'm Sir Francis Ugu. I belong to 2008 seat.
Francis, are you KSM or KSJ? Or just a name? Just a name. Okay.
All right. I am Wanana Smart Chinedu, the Assistant Secretary General of All Students Association of Our Ladies High School. I belong to class of 2002. Thank you very much.
The smart man.
Smart man.
Thank you, Smart One for conducting that introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take the President, Generals and other members of the Executive Committee reports. Do you have the report? If you don't, please raise your hand. Unless I forget, how many of you attended the program in Oka? If you did not attend, you can indicate by raising your hand. And okay, Prof, you didn't attend. David, please check the booth. You see brochure a pack of brochure there, just get one and give to her. Ugu, were you there at Oka?
Yes, I was.
Okay. You were not there. So get 2 copies. Now let's run with the address. Introduction. We're happy to have you and every one of us to this very important meeting. I would say the first of its kind. Okay, copy to Prof, and then a copy for Ebuka. You don't have? Okay, you get a copy for him. Sorry, the souvenirs are exhausted. You have gotten copies. That day, Pamela supervised that. By the time I knew it, all the copies were gone. But I think I took off the copies of the brochure and kept them because somebody warned me and said, look, we need this during our courtesy visits to some of our elders. So we kept some copies, otherwise they will all have been distributed that day. So the executive committee welcomes you to this event, the first of its kind, after several years. And like Honorable Ibuchim Ezekiel said, I want to agree with him that by the grace of God, if Jesus Christ tarries, keeping us alive, this has come to stay as an annual event of the association. When members of the association will gather together to look at what they have done and bring to the attention of every member of the association the financial position of the association. And people will have access to look at the accounts and then ask questions, make contributions, and be part of the moving train. This present executive was elected about a year and a month or 2 ago. The association, very young, but is financially healthy. This executive, as you can see, the members of executive are listed in front page. This executive applies strict prudence and circumspection when it comes to financial matters. And it is our intention to continue on that track until we've been able to mold down the giants and Goliaths before us. Last year, September 29th, we did a presidential tour of this facility. That was soon after we came on board, so that we could see things for ourselves, documented our findings, and began to develop strategies on how to deal with the infrastructural decay in our alma mater. I did say to some guys that what you see in our ladies' high school or Onitsha, the school that you know what it was when you left it, it's across board in this country. I live in Lagos. You will find worst schools in Lagos. Those of them that you find that are reasonably maintained, reasonably, I've not said optimally maintained, I say reasonably maintained, given the circumstances of the country, are those run by missionaries, apart from private schools, run by missionaries, whether they're Muslims or Christians, what have you. And then, those who are old like ours, whose old students have been able to come together over time and have been taking things piecemeal. By the time they have done it for 10, 15 years, it will accumulate. Because when you renovate a structure today, in the next 5 years, if you come, it's still looking very good. So if you're able to do one in a year, and 2 years after, you do another one. By the time you keep doing it, in 10 years, when you get into that school, you'll be so impressed with what has been done. So anywhere, whether in Lagos or any other place, that the general infrastructural decay in Nigeria, which we now call Nigeria happening to a structure or happening to an individual. If you find such where Nigeria has not happened to a school, go back and look at it. School is either owned by missionaries or it's a private school, or the old student association have been piecemeal making effort to sustain the relevance of that school in terms of its infrastructural state. When we started, as this executive came on board, we had 75 registered members for a school that was established in 1939. Wouldn't you feel sorry? We had just 75 registered members. In fact, as at the time I did the presidential tour of our alma mater, we were barely 80. And it was the same number that we took to inauguration. But soon after the inauguration, things begin to change. And today, we have registered members to the tune of about 167. As at close of business, 31st of December 2023. As I'm talking to you now, there have been new registrations. So we are well over 170. When we come on board after the inauguration, we set up some committees. A number of those committees are ad hoc committees that have done their jobs and dissolved. Some of those committees are Agenda Setting Committee headed by Chukwudumaka Okeke. This committee was set up soon after we were sworn in to set agenda for this particular executive, and the committee did a wonderful job. Perimeter fencing of the Alma Mater Committee headed by Dr. Mike Ozeme. This committee explored and investigated why the school that we know, properly secure, have now failed fences and had access from so many angles. And we have a dossier on that, and we are working on it. We had the inauguration committee who did this job. And now we have these standing committees. Committee on the Creation and Development of Branch Associations of Our Ladies High School Onitsha Old Student Association, headed by Dr. Frederick Oburaya as chairman and Vincent Ezekweme as secretary. Is Vincent Ezekweme here so that he can give us an update about the committee? He is not here.
I'm here.
Okay, please, can you tell us about the committee?
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
I'm not in a position to give update. The chairman, until when he comes, he will be in a better position to brief the association.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We have the Entrepreneurship and Career Development Committee. Secretary, please, can you give us the report sent in by this committee? The chairman is unavoidably absent. Please, let's pay attention as we take that.
Sorry, the report is giving us is the entrepreneurship and career development.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Are you ready?
This is the report. Ladies High School Onitsha Old Students Association proposal on entrepreneurship and career development. After initial discussion on the task that has been given to the committee by the association, we are pleased to present for your consideration the following proposal as our interim report. Members of the committee: Sir Joe Eugene Honora, Chairman; Chief John Ezan Dike, Member; Dr. Mrs. Ebele Okoye, Member, plus 2 other members yet to be appointed. Objectives: to educate and motivate members towards developing and advancing themselves in their chosen careers. 2, to educate and motivate members to identify and take advantage of career or self-employment opportunities. 3, to create opportunities and platform for assisting members grow their enterprises and become more financially empowered. 3, to explore the potentials, endowment, and networks of members of the association towards helping other members in advancing their businesses and career. Again, to assist members create and manage sustainable enterprises in the knowledge and the knowledge of and digital economy. Strategy: to create and maintain an entrepreneurship and career development where research essays and presentations on the subjects of creating and managing careers and enterprises will be shared for the benefit of members. To organize webinars for members whereby suitable resource persons will speak on various topics related to career development and entrepreneurship. To pull physical seminars will be held perhaps annually as follow-up. another one to pull together members of the association who have the potential.
And the information war. The committee was well chosen. Well chosen. You need to know the people that are, the 3 people that are here. They are mountain movers. And they have sought for our approval to the strategies they have set before us. Are we going to approve that? Do we give them the approval so that as they requested, hereafter, they will now begin to work towards implementation? If we agree to that, let somebody move, and then another person second, and then we'll move on. You want to ask a question?
Yeah. Okay, I want
Go on.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
For the fact that the report is not here on copies for people to view, I'm of the opinion that the report go back to the executive. Then maybe we'll give the executive the mandate to look at them and implement what is implementable. That is what I
Thank you very much. I think it's in order. Thank you. Let's move ahead. So,
but PG, I have observation.
okay.
My observation is that when you look at the agenda we adopted, I think we are having your President General's address and other committees, executive committee reports. Then you now have number 3 at the report from standing committees. You are just giving all your address and running down of everything as a concern you for the period in review. Probably when you finish your address as you're explaining, we will now come over to this so that if there's any report, like just like this one, we can either adopt it or refer it to the executive. So it will now be flowing with the minutes.
It's all right. We decided to put it this way. You can see annual report for the year 2023 presented by the executive committee. Are you there? Yes. So we are not going to run individual reports again except the account. The secretariat felt that it's going to be better this way and it will also save us time. So we're taking them and running along. If any of the chairmen, all the committees will have taken their reports. The Committee on Development of Graduation Sets of the Alma Mater, headed by Chukuduma Keke. Ebuka Okoro is here. Ebuka, any report from your committee? Do you have the mandate of the chairman? Any report, any comment? Okay, so until the chairman sent in a word. While this is going on, please, I want to confirm that our technical partners, you are hooked on worldwide. Are there people who are following us already? 4. Oh, fantastic. So, please, we need to capture the names of those ones as attendees to today's meeting. We have the committee that designed and implemented the blazer, and then the novelty march committee headed by this my young lady, who was also sprinter and who won some laurels for our ladies high school Onitsha in the 70s, and then 80 we all left the school. Pamela Udogu, stand up for recognition. You see this her long leg. What did the team do? Plenty. You can sit down. No, don't worry. Yeah, we have taken her report because it's an ad hoc committee, the event for which it was set up had been done, and she submitted the report to the executive. Deaths. On a very sad note, we lost 3 of us last year. Godwin Anyebu, 1979, I think that's Superior.
Superior, yes.
Yes, Superior. For those of you in the 80s or thereabout, 81, you will remember the guy. You know, he was quite popular while we were in school. And then Cyril Obi of 1980 set, my set, the campus guy. He was obviously a campus guy, and you will not mistake him in the days we were in school. Mrs. Rose Mwabubu, Nia Sebu, 1979 set, may their souls rest in peace.
Amen.
Then 2 of our dear colleagues also lost their spouses. We also lost to death a distinguished alumnus, an academic giant, a legal luminary, and a patriot, Professor Ben Wabeze's son, during the period under. Shall we rise, serve a minute silence? Kenezan, please, can you conduct that? A minute silence for all of them.
May the souls of all of our fallen heroes, all our members, and other faithful that departed this world, may their souls rest in peace.
Amen. Thank you very much. Yeah, achievements. There are quite plethora of achievements recorded by this administration within this short period of time. Number 1, and which gave room to why this AGM became very important, and why I also say that has become an annual event, because when we came on board, we looked through over the years, the association had not really been that properly structured. So we took that step to ensure that the association is organized into a proper structure. So we got the association fully registered as a legal entity. And then we had so many other activities within that period. We did the inauguration, and we instituted what you find playing out here now. As we are now, whatever we're doing here, it's all over the world. Wherever our members are now, except somebody who doesn't want to be part of this meeting, every one of them who is interested has joined the meeting. And at the end of it all, these proceedings will also be made available in such a form that it remains immutable, because by the time we are done, we get them into the cloud and they are saved for life. We also instituted, and we are going to maintain it, the distinguished Alumnus Award, during which time we recognize 8 of our own, people who have tirelessly worked to ensure the revival of the association and that the association remains viable. In addition, we recognize the immediate past principal of our alma mater and inducted her as a distinguished principal of our Ladies High School, Onitsha, and that entitles her to a place of honor anytime we have events and she decides to join us. The same thing with the current PTA chairman, Charles Edozie, who was also inducted as a distinguished PTA chairman of our alma mater. The members of the association, among them, who were decorated are Frederick Obodaya, Emmanuel Emegako, Michael Zemen, Ikejofo Ambrose, the popular ambassador, man that is double man in one. Pastor Peter Abueto, Pharmacist Chuka Dozie Chukwana, Lady Ngozi Ewelani, that is the immediate past principal. Mazi Daniel Ikechukwu Oti of 1977 class and the current chairman of Board of Trustees of Our Ladies High School Onitsha Old Students Association. Then the legal luminary, Chief Ernest Onyejekwe, and then Charles Edozie, the PTA chairman. This executive is quite appreciative of the support so far given to her by members of the association, the principal and authorities of our alma mater, and we believe that with your continuing support, we are going to take higher steps to draw in more benefits both to the association and to the alma mater. We call on every one of us, hand on deck. We are closer to our goals than anyone could imagine. We have taken off. And like I say, bit by bit, we'll bring down the giants. The association belongs to every one of us in equal measures. Nobody is more important than the other. Let the bond of oneness and service to mankind propel us to selflessness and greater attainments. We are appreciative of the opportunity to serve you. We shall remain loyal and accountable in ensuring the overall best interest of the association and our alma mater. We are grateful to you. Thank you and God bless you. With this, I think we've come to the accounts and the treasurer and the financial secretary are all here. Yes, High Chief.
The well-elucidated report has been read, and we have to move a motion for its adoption as a working document, because it's a full document that is supposed to be serve as a working document for us, so we have to move motion for it. If there's no other person, fine. If not, I will. But I know just observation is supposed to be done.
Okay, thank you very much. But we have made no request here. There is actually nothing to adopt. We have given an account of our stewardship in the past year. We will take the account. After the account, then we can adopt all together.
Adopting on this particular.
You can second. You remember?
I, Sir Francis, hereby second the movement, to move the motion.
Are you seconding the motion?
Seconding the motion.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Chief. You still want to say anything? No. You are done.
No,
okay. So let's move forward. Just before you distribute that, can we recognize those who came in after we have done introduction? I can cite a few guys. Yes. Introduce yourself, please, sir.
Kaine.
Okay.
79 set. Kaine, yes. John Kaine. From Obaru.
Sir, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Thank you,
sir.
My name is Emmanuel Chinedu Wabia, 1981 set, the treasurer.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
My name is Uzodima Celestine Ikenna, 2002 set, financial secretary. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's another person.
Mike.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
I'm Comrade Vincent Ezekweme, 1986, National Publicity Secretary. Thank you all.
Comrade Ezekweme, you're welcome. 1986 set. You know, when we started, I said I'll be looking at my left and right to see those that I made ask to go and kneel down there. So, you know, when we started, I said by my left, I had identified somebody. Yes. Now by my right. Yeah, we're going to distribute the accounts of the association now. The account is only to be given to members of the association. So you raise your hand wherever you are as a member of the association. So please, can you give out the account and then start with that. Financial Secretary, you present the account. You want to do it? Okay. It is only your first page. First page that you present. Please, Mike.
Smart. Take the mic.
Oh, yeah, take this one. Take this one.
Sit on his hand. Sit. Smart.
Can you never put that one? And you get that one.
Is the guy in white a member?
Yes. Yes. Barrister.
Okay. Forgive me, no vex.
Humanitas. Please, before giving you the accounts, belongs to many people, and you are to give accounts of that money. The way we operate is this: every expenditure must be approved
by the president in writing. When the president is in Lagos, treasurer is here in Onitsha. So when he does that in writing, he sends to the treasurer. Treasurer prints that out as evidence of payment, and a check is written to the appropriate payee. So that when an auditor comes, you will see every payment and the authority to pay them or pay it. So we are doing that to get ready for the auditor, because you know he or she is coming. And then in accounting, anything concerning money, they must show evidence. Then this is the account. First page. Other ones are just attachments called notes to the account, so that all these summarized figures are detailed at the back. And then the note number is also given. And this account is as at 31st December 2023. Account is being prepared annually. And some of the things you may see here may not be the reality as at now. I think it's understood. So as at 31st December 2023, we have first of all statement of income and expenditure. This is non-profit organization. So you don't call it profit and loss or profit or loss. They call it income and expenditure. At the end of the day, you get surplus or you get deficit instead of profit or loss. Then we raised our money this way. Incorporation donations, 5,116,000. Bank interest received. This time around, bank pays interest on current account. So if you go to note 2, you'll see the
you know, I was former member 1, PPSST, former commissioner 1. And as she rightly pointed out, it is not the business of the government to come into the school and begin to baptize building. It is the duty of the old boys of that school. Unless they just began that yesterday. I remember when we used to go on tours, like DMGS, if you go there, you see Father Patterson, you know, so many names. And I took time to make inquiry, and I discovered that these buildings were given names by their old boys. So now that you are our PG, you have the total jurisdiction in consonance with the executive and the general body to begin to baptize any name. But let me just tell you, better soup na money maker more. You know, you mentioned Evelyn or Ogudo or something. If Evelyn or Ogudo want to have a building here, he will come and whisper to you, I can make donation of 20 million. So that this building will bear my name. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Ibuchiman, the principal. You have answered my question because I've made some investigations, but I wanted to confirm. As that forms part of the compass that I am going to use in workings of this very important committee. Let me also use this opportunity to remind members anywhere you are, if your class hasn't sent in nominees, please do that. When the ship has left the harbor, don't come back and tell me, oh, we didn't include your class. This is what is going to happen. Please, we've been calling, the Secretary General had repeatedly posting it in the platform, that members should send in their class nominees. On that note, let me inform you that that committee, I have made this in the platform, inform members after our inauguration, and after that, I now gave a structural framework of that committee, and that was the same time I now started requesting for nominees. I am now beginning to attach names to that structure. For now, I will tell you that there is going to be a chairman overall. Like I did say in the platform, it's a big committee. It's a very big committee that is going to involve every class and the class leadership before we now dovetail to the general body. There will be 4 vice chairmen of that committee. There will be vice chairman finance, there will be vice chairman strategy, there will be vice chairman project, there will be vice chairman mobilization. This committee, this very important committee, will be led by Reverend Canon Okoye. The secretary, general administration, who will effectively coordinate that committee, is our Secretary General, John Okafor. He will be ably assisted by 2 assistant secretaries. Assistant Secretary, Information, Strategy and Communication, Lieutenant Colonel Cyril Okafor. Then, Assistant Secretary, Design of flyers, letterheads, and general coordination of the secretarial affairs of the committee is Smart Nwanna. Oh, incidentally, Smart Nwanna is with us here. The Vice Chairman, Finance, is Amazu CC. The Vice Chairman, Strategy, is Clement Okoli. The Vice Chairman, Project, is Alex Ifawaz. High Chief, sorry, I know we didn't discuss in details. I just told you are going to play very crucial role in this very important committee. We have the ex officio. The ex officio is a special collection of revered members of this association. That committee will be chaired. That subcommittee will be chaired by Dan I.K. Oti, who is the current chairman of the Board of Trustees of the association. He will be assisted by Emmanuel Emega Ako. We also have graduation set subcommittee to be chaired by Chris Ezoginye and assisted by A.D. Okeke. Who knows A.D. Okeke? Then we have the procurement and the supervision subcommittee. This committee will be in charge of all the contracts, will supervise whatever that is being done, and it will be chaired still by the overall chairman of the committee, and that is Reverend Canon. If yes, then you can empower us to set up a committee to work out the modalities. So the first question we're going to have is not in the constitution, but you are the owners of the association. This AGM was properly advertised, not less than 5 weeks. Thank you. So please, your advice, your decision, your mandate is what we've come here to do. Before I leave you to make comments, I tell you what I observed. Like I said, that Azoribe is a smart guy. When he put me into their platform, I saw what was happening. There were many of our youth, not the very small one, because they said the minimum age to play is 38. So it's not for small boys. Matured, but still young men. And then I saw many of them in their numbers. And I said, wow, we have this kind of army of young men. In fact, when Azoribe sent that thing, I called the secretary and said, please confirm if this guy is a registered member. He came back to me and said, yes. I referred to a financial secretary and said, please, we are in Anambra State. Our minds will shake because we know that when we go and come out, better will follow. So I think it would be good to have him with us here. Yeah, he is on ground. Yes. So if that is taken, let somebody move that the executive is hereby empowered to adopt them or invest them or induct them as patrons of the association, so that after now we can write them and then we follow up. Thank you.
Humanitas, based on that detailed clarification, I still remain Honorable Ibuchim, contact Ezekwelu JP. I move for the adoption of these two personalities to be appointed the distinguished patrons of this great association. I hereby move.
Seconder, yes, sir. Okay, Ken seconded. Yeah, while we were deliberating on that, somebody sent in a name. I don't know about him. Maybe she will tell us a bit about him. After that, those who know about the man can comment, and we decide whether we'll put him in that list or we should just contend with the two we have now. Pamela, please tell us his name.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
This is His Royal Highness Igwe Azuka Ngodi, the Igwe of Atani Kingdom. We wanted to come for that our inauguration with the representative of this late Professor Ben Wabeze. But on his second thought, he said he had not registered with the. It will look awkward for him to just come where he is not recognized. So the person that represented Professor Wabeze told me, and I said he could have just come and make. He said no, at some other time. So since then, I've not really sent any message to him to know. But it's the same town with Obodaya Frederick.
He's the king of Obodaya's Atani. So please, if anybody knows about this man, can we make comments? Do we also put him in the list?
Humanitarian
service to mankind.
My own suggestion is that let us make do with these two we have elaborated now, then keep this one in view for proper information as per who, like I don't know him, maybe some of them, like some people discussed about Mwabeze and Ekwe here now and gave us reasons so that we'll be able to get information. When we get information, patrons will continue to come, not only to. Thank you.
I think Dr. Bodara should be our eyes and Mrs. Pamela. If they confirm that he's worthy, he will be added.
Who is Obodaya?
Katoka.
For the predecessor of
Fred Obodaya Katoka.
Our former coordinator.
Okay. Please, Mr. Chairman, what is said, I think that's in order. One after the other. Elected concerned patron is something that carefully choose patron and not. Actually, I wanted to object to Raf, but the statement PG made is very, very important. So we take that one, because for you to think somebody being a patron, there must be an impact. Okay, whatever that you are doing, that's what the one from where that respect comes from. And when we are thinking of modern ones, which is, as we said, continue, that particular Fred and Emegato, you understand, they have a lot of impact. But as time goes on, equally the Igwe you mentioned, but now that all the whole, if not, my Igwe of my time is equally a member. But he said gradually, well, I can easily ask them to come and register and then go ahead, but gradually. Meanwhile, let us tell them to start making more impact, especially those older ones, so that from there we'll now take them as our patrons and matrons. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is it taken?
It's taken.
Is it taken? Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah, inauguration of Secretariat and the Alma Mater Development Fundraising Committee. While we're getting ready for that, I want to have a list. I had called for this list in our platform. I didn't get any nomination. Compilation of list of elders of the association, 70 years and above.
Bring it down to 60.
No, I can see this man. No, what because our constitution prescribes is 70 years.
Okay.
So, please, if you have any, I know Prof is here. The Prof told me that Prof is just looking at it like this. So, Prof.
He never reached there.
He never reached there, but it's very close.
Very close.
Maybe by this time next year, Prof should qualify.
Yes.
So, Do we have anybody that is qualified? 70 years a registered member. The Constitution recognizes such people, and there are provisions on that they still have years. Can you imagine this high chief himself already dreaming for that? Do you know how many years yet in front? Do you know how many years yet? Yes, at 60, you are senior citizen. But we are talking about elders, the cheers, the doings of our association. You know? So, we are looking forward to that. Thank you very much. So,
my own in the next 5 years and 7 months. 5 years and 7 months.
So,
all of us are in the same set, but it's still fun.
That is what I'm saying. Item 7. Inauguration of National Secretariat and the Alma Mater Development Fundraising Committee. This, the request for membership of this committee is still ongoing. Some graduation sets have sent in their nominees. Some others are yet to do that. But I am going to officially inaugurate this committee today, so that whatever remains is administrative. This committee is to be called Our Ladies High School Onitsha Old Students Association and the Alma Mater Development Committee. This committee's responsibility would be to continue to make assessment of immediate needs of the Old Students Association and our alma mater. It is also the responsibility of that committee to begin to look into the infrastructural decay you have in our alma mater, and also plan to put up a secretariat of the Old Students Association in this school. Yeah, let me ask the...
You know, I was former member 1, PPSST, former Commissioner 1. And as she rightly pointed out, it is not the business of the government to come into the school and begin to baptize building. It is the duty of the old boys of that school. Unless they just began that yesterday. I remember when we used to go on tours, like DMGS, if you go there, you see Father Patterson, you know, so many names. And I took time to make inquiry, and I discovered that these buildings were given us by their old boys. So now that you are our PG, you have the total jurisdiction in consonance with the executive and the general body to begin to baptize any name. But let me just tell you, better soup na money maker more. You know, you mentioned Evelyn or Ogudo or something. If Evelyn or Ogudo want to have a building here, he will come and whisper to you, I can make donation of 20 million. So that this building will bear my name. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Ikuchiman, the principal. You have answered my question because I've made some investigations, but I wanted to confirm. As that forms part of the compass that I am going to use in workings of this very important committee. Let me also use this opportunity to remind members anywhere you are, if your class hasn't sent in nominees, please do that. When the ship has left the harbor, don't come back and tell me, oh, we didn't include your class. This is what is going to happen. Please, we've been calling, the Secretary General had repeatedly posting it in the platform that members should send in their class nominees. On that note, let me inform you that that committee, I have made this in the platform, inform members after our inauguration, and after that, I now gave a structural framework of that committee, and that was the same time I now started requesting for nominees. I am now beginning to attach names to that structure. For now, I will tell you that there is going to be a chairman overall. Like I did say in the platform, it's a big committee. It's a very big committee that is going to involve every class and the class leadership before we now dovetail to the general body. There will be 4 vice chairmen of that committee. There will be vice chairman finance, there will be vice chairman strategy, there will be vice chairman project, there will be vice chairman mobilization. This committee, this very important committee, will be led by Reverend Canon Okoye. The secretary, general administration, who will effectively coordinate that committee, is our Secretary General, John Okafor. He will be ably assisted by 2 assistant secretaries. Assistant Secretary, Information, Strategy and Communication, Lieutenant Colonel Cyril Okafor. Then, Assistant Secretary, Design of flyers, letterheads, and general coordination of the secretarial affairs of the committee is Smart Wanana. Oh, incidentally, Smart Wanana is with us here. The Vice Chairman, Finance, is Amazu CC. The Vice Chairman, Strategy, is Clement Ukuli. The Vice Chairman, Project, is Alex Ifawaz. High Chief, sorry, I know we didn't discuss in details. I just told you are going to play very crucial role in this very important committee. We have the ex officio. The ex officio is a special collection of revered members of this association. That committee will be chaired, that subcommittee will be chaired by Dan Ike Oti, who is the current chairman of the Board of Trustees of the association. He will be assisted by Emmanuel Emega Ako. We also have graduation set subcommittee to be chaired by Chris Ezoginye and assisted by Eddie Okeke. Who knows Eddie Okeke? Then we have the procurement and the supervision subcommittee. This committee will be in charge of all the contracts, will supervise whatever that is being done, and it will be chaired still by the overall chairman of the committee, and that is Reverend Canon Okoye. He will be assisted by Frederick Obodaya. I will be a member. The Secretary General will be a member. All the committee vice chairmen and chairmen of all the subcommittees will be in that committee. And that brings in where you have our Honorable Ibuchim Ezekwe, who is currently the chairman of our stakeholders committee. And you can be sure that whoever, they will not be coming into your territory without you being part and parcel of it. So that is the way, hopefully, we are going to run. As the members, or as each graduation set send in their members or their nominees, the membership of the committee will now build up. The committee also will be mandated, as usual, to co-opt anybody at any point in time that he feels is required to deliver on his mandate. But we'll expect this committee that within the shortest possible time, we'll begin to feel the presence of the committee in our alma mater. And then gradually, we should be able to ensure that this entire environment is secured. And we also have our secretariat here, so that we will not be looking for canopies when we come here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much on this. Let's take the next item, number 9. Azoribek Caleb, is he around? Okay, now let me speak. Oh, he delegated you. No, he didn't. But you can speak on it. Yes. Okay, please.
Humanitas, we have agenda number 9. As the PG have said, this agenda number 9 and the information that goes with it is supposed to be done by Azori Bekele, but he is unavoidably absent. Though I called him, but I didn't get any response from him. But based on the information we have there, or the briefing that he is supposed to say, I have information concerning that on the ongoing football tournament among the old students of CKC, Ladies High School, DMGS, and Metro Memorial Secondary School. So there was a football tournament going on, and 4 schools were nominated in Onitsha, and the schools are the ones I've mentioned here. So the tournament has started. They played this week, was it on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, our Ladies High School and Metro Memorial Secondary School. The football match was played at mini stadium at Fege. Yes. So on that note, our Ladies High School won the match. We ended up in penalty shootout. We got 8 against 7. So we won. And the one between CKC and DMGS, CKC won the match. So the final will be between our Ladies High School and CKC. On that note, I think this is the brief information I have concerning this. And I thank all our football team. You know what this school is known for. Look around, you can see the confirmed stadium we have. It has been like that. So when it comes in terms of football, we don't need to ask us what we can do, because we know what we used to do, and we continue doing that. And I believe at the end of this final, the trophy will be yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Smart. Let me add to what he has said. About a month ago, early December, maybe 5 weeks ago, 4 to 5 weeks ago, Azoribe sent me a message asking us, the association, to please come to their aid, that they needed money to register to participate in this tournament. The registration was put at 250,000. That is one. 2, that they need jerseys, they need football, they need boots, they need all manner of things that footballers need. So, when he sent me that message, after going through, I drew the attention of the Secretary General to it. We put heads together and said, let's take it to ISCO. So we called for an emergency ISCO meeting to discuss it. So we discussed, and ISCO resolved that 1, the notice was short. 2, we could not possibly give out fund of the association for that, for one very major reason. I didn't know where the Constitution created an opportunity or whatever for us to have a football club or a football team. By the way, the ongoing tournament is for old students too, not the current students, so that you get it right. So I'm sure the principal may not know what we're talking about, or maybe she has heard. Our old students, they just organize themselves. So it is not from us. They organize themselves, and then they started, and then approached us for this funding. So after we discussed, we said, look, the Constitution didn't empower us to go on and have a football club. So let's take it to AGM. So we now wrote to them and informed them that we're taking your matter to the AGM. It was after that that I now came to the platform and modified item 9 of the agenda of today's meeting. And I stated it that I had modified it, and then we broadcast the whole thing in all our platforms. If you didn't see it, it means you didn't read. You just saw and glanced through. But I opened another statement saying that item 9 is hereby modified under. So that modification is that Azoribe will brief us on the ongoing tournament before we now take AOP. Well, he is not here, but I'm putting it before you. Interestingly enough, he's a very smart guy. I woke up one morning and saw that I was added to a group from where I was forwarding those things. If yes, then you can empower us to set up a committee to work out the modalities. So the first question we're going to have is not in the constitution, but you are the owners of the association. This AGM was properly advertised not less than 5 weeks. Thank you. So please, your advice, your decision, your mandate is what we've come here to do. Before I leave you to make comments, I tell you what I observed. Like I said, that Azoribe is a smart guy. When he put me into their platform, I saw what was happening. There were many of our youth, not the very small one, because they said the minimum age to play is 38. So it's not for small boys. Matured, but still young men. And then I saw many of them in their numbers. And I said, wow, we have this kind of army of young men. In fact, when Azoribe sent that thing, I called the secretary and said, please confirm if this guy is a registered member. He came back to me and said, yes. I referred to a financial secretary and said, please confirm to me if this guy is a registered member. And both of them confirmed that he is a registered member. After that, I took time to now go through the list of our registered members, and I found his name. What points am I making? I found army of our youth. Many of them I know are not registered. Will this platform that I created help us to reach them? These are questions we are going to answer. In my opinion, I know it's going to help. Will this platform they are creating going to help to embellish and uplift the image of our association? These are questions you have to answer before you now decide to tell us, oh, this is good, or sorry, drop the idea. Your comments. I hope you have understood where we are now. For now, it doesn't belong to the association. Those old students, whether registered or not registered, gather themselves together, form the team. In fact, on one particular thing that I forwarded to him, I was laughing because I refused to make comment. Azoribe will come and say, PG, talk to us now. And I said, not yet, until I have gone to the AGM. So, one of them was saying, look, we don't have goalkeeper. The game is tomorrow. call so and so personal, call so and so personal, call so and so personal. We can't afford to lose, you know. And that was after they had sat down after their practice to drink and then play. There were a good number of them, and they were donating drinks. What I'm saying is that we have an army of young members of our association that could be harvested through that platform. You need to have this picture before to enable you advise us accordingly. Thank you.
Comment.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
You know why I was laughing? This is a very difficult decision to take. Why is it difficult? I was just going through our financial standing. We don't have money. But thank God for you, you took time to elucidate the activities of these young men. To be fair to all of us, the advantages favorable than the disadvantages. First, it will help us to galvanize these teaming potential members of our association. Though this post, it may not be up to that amount. It may not be. But if we have the wherewithal, then we can support them because it will be favorable to the image of our alma mater. Thank you so much.
Before further contribution, let me make a clarification. Okay. Or not giving the money is actually not why we're here. What we're asking is if you consider it necessary to give us a mandate so we can, as an association, have a football club of old students. And what I said here is that if we have your approval, that we'll go ahead and set up a committee to work out the modalities. It is when we set up that committee, the committee will now study and understand what they are doing. This tournament is going to be yearly. We may not necessarily be part of what they are playing finals in the next 2 days. Already they are making donations. I'm in their platform. In fact, before we started this meeting, I went through. Like I said, I refused to make a comment. But when they won the match, and this guy probed me again, I got in there and said, hey boys, you've done greatly. We're so proud of you. Congratulations, we have you in mind. And then I left them, jubilating. So, if we have your mandate to, when we had the inauguration, so many people didn't make contribution. But if it were football, you see them, they bring money. Especially among the youth. So if we have a committee and we give them a mandate to raise some fund, you know, to get whatever it is that the club will require, and then to begin on time to plan towards next year tournament, we're going to achieve quite a lot. Yes, I also believe that the committee, when we set up the committee will be able to begin to get graduation sets to begin to play among themselves. When we had the novelty match here, I remember that while we were asking for it, some particular sets asked whether they can play against another graduation set. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes. So, oh yeah, you are the chairman of that committee. And when you called me and asked me, I said no. That this is a novelty match. It's not a regular one. That we, the old ones, are going to play with the young ones, including students and the teachers in school. That this is fun we're going to have. And it was really fun. There were those who would play with one leg and carry, the next time they're carrying the ball on their hands.
Like Mrs.
Yeah, and throwing it into the post, you know. So it was fun. That was novelty match. But what we're talking about now is promoting this thing among ourselves. From there, these ones will now build up, because they will not be able to fish out more members among us and then form a formidable team. Money is not going to come from our purse. By the time I tickle some people, because they really don't require much, by the time they have 500 to 1 million naira, they will get quite a lot. And a good number of them are working. There are young people, they will still be throwing in something into what we're doing. But we need that mandate before we can get into being part of it. I hope the explanation makes sense. Thank you.
Humanitas, in a nutshell, the football team is not only necessary, it is inevitable and ineluctable. If other schools around here should have a football team, our school as well have it. So I'm endorsing it. Its benefit is so enormous to mention. In our church, there was a time when we have meeting for CM, where you couldn't see anybody. But when we introduce football match, numerical strength grow up to more than 300%. So all those our young students, our young old students that will be in those teams, will be co-opted in this association. They will be playing very vital roles to ensure that the organization move forward. And they are future leaders. So I endorse it. I wish that the AGM will support it so that the executive will implement it. Thank you all.
Let me say something, please. Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
Please, thank God this is AGM. As an elder, even though I'm not yet up to 70, but I think elder in the church, it can be 20, 30, you're an elder. But what I'm trying to say is that when you born a child, you will first of all crawl before you run. This is association as good as it is, but it's just now that we are trying to get it right through the present executive led by the PG. Therefore, I'm of opinion that we will not be matching ourselves with other like DMJs that have been old in the system. Instead, we gradually learn their system and follow it, knowing that we have this in mind. Just like I've got discussed about our patrons and patrons. Seriousness in whatever we want to do is of paramount importance in whatever that's supposed to take place. Which I know you as a very thorough and meticulous person. Some of these youths, I don't really know what's happening now, but if you will now decide that for us to draw our youth, I know, as 74 told us that youth is the want to inaugurate. I think they are going to be typical organ of this particular association. Their money is supposed to come. But if you now say this is what you want to do, and the same people that bring the money all for football will have, you understand the point at the end, we may not necessarily getting where we are. That's why I said you crawl before you run. I would rather suggest we allow the ESCO, as the PG suggested, set up a committee to look into possibility of having a football club under our name. The possibility. Because when you have such a committee, they will now look at the disadvantages and the advantages. It's something from there, those used to rest more, let them continue. Because from there, they will know whether you enroll as a member before or indirectly will now allow you. From there, it will now, it's two different things. So that possibility, instead of saying because they said we are forming, but you can get a committee to look into the possibility of having. From there, they will now study how other ones are operating. By the time the report is being committed to this school, you will be able to take a decision and inform us, not necessarily at the AGM, but through our normal platform. Thank you.
Humanitas service to mankind. I think if I have the PG right, he's seeking for a mandate to be given to him and his executive to look into the possibility of making the alma mater have a football club. I think that's the mandate you are looking for. Then again, I took time to listen to him. He explained in details. You know, when he mentioned the formation of the football club, I was the first that shouted, very expensive, and I told you. He took time to explain. One, it's not going to cost us money so much. It's money gobbling project, yes. But what normally makes football club expensive is their salaries and their allowances. These are not regular footballers. They are workers, they are traders, they are businessmen, they are teachers, lecturers, and so on and so forth. On their own, they have money, and sometimes they make donations. So it's not going to cost us so much. Let's begin to focus on the advantages. I think that is what should bother us. What will make this organization to grow? That's what I'm looking at. Formation of this football club will bring us at par with DMGS and CKC. And as somebody said, you know, this school has been known for football. And what they need is just a little encouragement. So I am suggesting that we give them that mandate. That's my humble suggestion.
That is, you are supporting his...
I'm supporting it. I'm supporting it.
Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
You supported. He moved, you supported. No, you also want to add.
Okay. Humanitas.
Service to mankind.
Like my colleague rightly said, we are selling ourselves. We are going to the market to sell ourselves. And I can't imagine we that have just started winning people that have been there. Please, what is worth doing at all is worth doing well. Let us support these people. Let us give the mandate to the executive so that they will forge ahead. Because if you come to this, there are schools like City. We have City High School. They are not among. For us, just starting, they included us, and we are going far like this. Please let us join the moving train. That's my suggestion. So I now stand.
Okay.
If they have not moved, did you move?
You can move. You move and I support it.
Okay. So I'm seconding too.
Thank you very much. Any counter? Any counter? Yeah. So the executive is hereby mandated to look into the already existing football club of our association, and then set up a committee to see how we're going to adopt, support the players, and then be at the background as the owner. We can, well, by the work of the association, we can decide that on the mode of funding. I know that by the time we appeal to some of, we have men, we have women. By the time we appeal to some of them, yes, they will decide to drop something just for that purpose. So on that note, thank you very much. I hope Secretary you are taking notes. Before we continue, our technical partner, those online, are there people who want to ask questions? Okay. Talking to our members in diaspora, does anybody have question? If you have question, please let us know so we can take your question. If you have comments, please make your comments. The AGM has gone very far. We will now take any other business, after which we adjourn. AOD, any other business? Any other business?
Humanitas, service to mankind. We are the last, second to the last item on the agenda. Will I say 9B and any other business? My own, when I came into this school this afternoon, I took time to go around because everything concerning this alma mater, I took it to heart. During my set, as it pleases God, I was the senior prefect then. And coming around here, when we schooled those days, this school is well secured. In fact, there is one principal we had then, Mr. Eze. We hardly find escape route in this school, except through this gate and one other small gate down that side. And once that man, the principal, then parks his car here, what it means is that you remain in school till school closed. If you are in the hostel, because I was also living in hostel then, he might park his car here and went to Oka for a meeting, but nobody leaves. What it means is that we have no other escape route or exit route apart from these two places. But when I came today, I wasn't happy. I went around, I saw what they wrote of our family here and there and all the rest. So I don't know, actually. But I've made inquiries and all the rest. Some people, I heard that they had issues with the land and all the rest. But I don't know. All I'm trying to say in essence is that the way the school is looking at, the appearance of the school is not good. It's not looking neat. Even when you go down the building, after this first block, go around, you will see the whole place, all the windows. None of them has windows. I took time to go to that place and I also saw something. If you look at this place, this yellow building there, they built toilet close to the fence. In fact, on that fence. And they have, I don't know if they are water system or whatever. They channeled it inside this place, inside that gutter there. And one of the teachers also told me something about that when I was going around. He said I should take around and go around this place. I said that's what I'm already doing. And when I went there, what I saw wasn't good at all. And I don't know how the old students of this great institution can be of help to ravage some of these issues. Because I believe it poses a very big challenge even to the students here. Nobody knows who, whatever intervention we are going to take will help. Because I can tell you a good number of us then, when this place is well secured, that will have need or maybe to play truancy because of our age then. Because of the way this place is secured, we are bound to enter class. But the way this place is looking at, If any student maybe feel like I don't want to, because when we are that age, we feel that our parents or our words are disturbing us to go to school. We feel like maybe we want to do what we want to do without knowing that what they are telling us or the guide they are giving us is a very big distraction, and it shouldn't be. That is my own contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me quickly respond to you so that we don't take further comments on that. I'm sure you didn't participate in the presidential tour of this on 29th of September. Yeah, many of you here were there. You are here. You are here. We went around with this principle. We went around this place. We documented everything. The first step I took after that was the formation of stakeholders, Our Ladies High School Onitsha Stakeholders Committee, chaired by Honorable Ibuchim Ezekwe. That committee is made up of school staff, that is the management referred to, students, PTA, and Old Students Association. He, as old students of the school, is the chairman of that committee. The treasurer, Mama Abia, is his vice. So, that was in September. I know that some time ago, around November, he called me and said he was planning that they should have a meeting last year.
It wasn't possible.
Yes, before the end of the year. I called him and asked him, that is the treasurer, the vice, how far with this arrangement? He said he was going to get in touch with him. I didn't hear anything, but I know I whispered something to him and said, once you guys are ready, let me know. Now they have a mandate to meet and submit a report to the school at least once every 3 months. So they have not met. Now that we are here, I'm sure between now and February, they should be able to meet.
Sure.
That is on one side. The other side is this committee you have me now talking about. Because what we saw that day, in fact, there is the student toilet. I insisted should be opened that day. And they told me, no sir, we are not going to open it. You won't like what you will say. So I didn't see it. I only saw the teacher's own, which on its own wasn't that particularly good. They just watched it because they know we're coming for the talk. So when the secretary and the principal spoke about the toilet to be made available for us today, and they were talking about whether students own or teachers own, and the principal said, she told him that, look, the students own is not functional. I said, I know that the one we are talking about are those ones that I saw down there that were manageable. So that should any one of us have need, the person can go and use it. So, smart, you went around and saw a few things. We were taken round with the teachers, the old teachers, and then she was quite new, with explanation of every bit of wherever we went. Started here, went through all this, and we went one block to the other. During the inauguration ceremony, I made a speech. Although I didn't want to go into details because we were going to face some embarrassment, and because we also invited the Commissioner for Education. I was too, growing up as a young man. In fact, I started hearing it from Professor Green, an alumnus of this, when he was the chairman of Union Bank. and was the president of a Lagos branch of our association. I was his secretary. He used to tell me, he said, Nobu, you're a young man. From him I started hearing before I now grew. He said, don't, whatever it is going to take you, don't injure the ego of government in power. The school, whether you like it or not, belongs to Anambra State government. And the commissioner was there. Her representative was there with us. So I painted my word. But then, any smart person will have picked one or two things. In Lagos, a particular journalist had her career, a woman, ruined because she went in. The school was worse than this. In Lagos State, she did that, recorded the thing, and then uploaded it, and Lagos State government, trust them. They went after her. So some of these things are sensitive. We saw what you saw today, working alone, won't be anything up to half of what we know of this place. We took notes. We went through everywhere. Did you go into the blocks that the roofs have collapsed and converted into toilets? Did you see them?
No, I went to the other one that the roof.
No, I'm telling you that when you go down there, now you see some of them that the roofs have collapsed, are not being used again. They now use them to go and ease themselves. They are there. You know? So it is pathetic. But like I said, that is why you have this committee. For every major person that is coming into this committee, I had taken the last 2 months talking to them, briefing them. But we are human beings. I just pray that with all the promises they are making, not in terms of them bringing the money. Like Canon himself told me, I said, PG, my PG, I've retired. I've retired. If they are expecting me to bankroll the thing, I won't be able to do it. And I said, what I want from you, my Canon, is what is called the trust capital. I want to see you as the figure that anybody who looks at you will have confidence in you. And that you should step out and lead us. We're going to go and look for the money. We'll visit people, even those who are not coming. Just once we get their name, we'll invite them. They're going to give us money. It's not going to come immediately. You know, it's an association. It's going to build up. But like I said when we were starting, I said, I know some schools. If in 2 years you transform a block here, and another 2 years you do another one, by the time you are here 10 years, you change this entire environment. Before they will undergo degradation again to become an eyesore, you are already maintaining. What the problem has been here is that there have been no maintenance. Once we renovate anyone here or secure this entire environment, I said if somebody was called me and said, why don't we start this thing? I said, like, how much do you have? He said, any amount we have, we can start. I said, apart from the legal issues, when last were you involved in construction? Thank God we have people who are into it here. He spoke. I said, do you know the cost of road? Every fence that we're going to put up here will be reinforced internally. And you are going to cap it so that you reduce the effect of rain, denudation on top. Will we not paint it? Will you not put gates in and the exit? Entrance and exit with security posts. Are we not going to do that? That is fence alone. And I said to him, there is no fence you do here that will befit the status of this place that you budget less than 20 million with the current prices of things. Say, PG, I think I'm getting your vision now. I'm getting what you are saying. I said, so let us build the fund. And we are only going to build the fund by being able to penetrate. He said, I keep asking for nominees from classes so that no class is left behind. A lot of these young ones are rich. If they are convinced, they can drop us some good money. And when you have so many people dropping some sizable amount of money, we realize the mega fund we are looking for. We do what we are going to do. We put up our own secretariat here as we have event here. In fact, you look forward to coming to have an event here. Other people have done it. I sent you something and I said you should forward in the platform. Do you know that Igwebike Grammar School? I'm from work, I've said it, here. Igwebike Grammar School, when I was here in the 70s, I left 1980. When I traveled back home, I was so highly respected. The Igwebike boys could not look at me. I was champion. I was going to their blocks and teaching them mathematics, teaching them physics. We were the big boys. From Our Lady's High School, then it was Chukura. Chukura High School, Onitsha. Now, go and see the gates they have in that school, built by the old boys. One of their past PGs is my friend. Now the current ones have contracted somebody that I know who has also built a house for me in the 90s. An architect. We were together in the university. While he was studying architecture, I read medicine. They hired him. That person that they was talking, he came to Moba, is the one I'm talking about. We were together in the university there. He's the architect. Now, the bulldozer is coming into Igwebike Grammar School very soon to grade their football field. After that, they want to do a mini stadium. And when I call one of them and say, what is happening? He said, look, the money being spent to maintain this land, the principal keep complaining, it's so enormous. What we want to do is to do it so that the school can now be letting the stadium for both events, football. Is there any need? You know the other time we walked around, I saw how that place was littered with pieces of paper, rubbish, bread label, bread nylon, and so on, gala papers. And I made a passing comment because I believe I was talking to an adult, So the same thing as he has said now. Wherever little, I know you are constrained. I spoke with the Secretary General yesterday, and I said, he said there is free education, everything free. I mean everything free. And then the basic things that the teachers require to work with are not there. And then you ban them from asking students to tell their parents to bring 5 naira or 10 naira or 100 naira to augment and do those things. But then government. IBB told Abiola, you are running your mouth too. Don't forget, we are not only in government, but we are also in power. So when government has said this is the way it's going to be, well, until they change it. So I understand they are facing a lot, but please, I beg, whatever it is, like he said, the days you can mobilize students. I mean, we cut grass here now. You know, cut. I cut
We cut grasses every day. Francis. If not because of how we work in this compound, you will even see just a step to put your feet. We work every day, virtually every day. Just because there is now dry season, you see it like this. During rainy season, just
as we notice in September,
yes, we work so much with labor master and student, late comers and labor day. Then these things you are seeing here, they are not bushes, they are cassavas grown by teachers and agri department. None of them, just they are cassavas.
Okay.
If not for this, everywhere would have been bush.
Thank you very much. Whatever it is
so
that you can do, just keep doing it.
We are doing it.
Please. That will be the last this thing under you, so that we can adjourn and have our meal and go.
Okay, as this the PG presented me, actually what I just want to do is to move motion for adjournment. Because it's already to 5 and some of us are going far. I'm from Waka, but I'm from here. I go to get down to Navy. I know the situation of hold up on the road. But before moving the motion, I must have to commend the PG for what they have achieved within this 8 months. I need not go back again because in those days, far back as 1976, I remember when we came in here, all these grasses. That's what merited me to the peace not prefer from there. I think Honorable used to stay in that particular place. So, but as I said earlier on, principal has already defended himself that when students came late, they will. But myself at DSP, Victor, I used to want them once we come, definitely. So, I don't know, but as already said, try your possible best. That's part of even training the students. Because now when you go, they say you some of them, girls, boys, they don't even know what's happening there. So when you come to the school, let them learn how to start doing all these things to help a lot. So PG, as I said earlier on, you and Yesco, you guys tried. We listened to your annual report. Within these 8 months, you tried a lot. Your achievements and what's supposed to be done and the one I have already done. You know, I must have to commend you people. I say if you keep it up. The association is valid 1 year. Let me just say that one. Because having been registered with Corporate Affairs Commission, which means you can be sued and you can sue and be sued. Therefore, let the effort continue. The only advice I would give is that that time we are clamoring for football. I already know in those my days it is here. I don't know, I've forgotten all those about the weather is okay. I'm always used to play the back because if you cross me, I must make sure that I reduce you down there. You know, from that case, yeah. No, when I was there, not even deputy school prefect, food prefect or refectorian. I'm a footballer, massava. So many of them anywhere. So let's continue to maintain that particular effort towards moving the association forward. Once again, PG, well done with the school. The achievement you done is there. The inauguration, so many things listed here were highly appreciated. And I really know, before we voted you in, I really know in those days that you are a very meticulous person, always crossing the T and dotting the I's. And the members of your ESCO, from the Commissioner for Information, that's the PRO, you know, you guys 86 now, you guys are letter. But my older ones, Mama, Victor, and so on and so forth. So we really know how we work. So keep it going. Anytime, anywhere you need our assistance, definitely we will. Okay, but let me just say it again. Smart and the younger ones among. A journey of a thousand miles normally starts with one.
That he should first of all see you. When I give him your number, he will not talk to you. Then giving him that permission. So he's trying so much. He's trying. His plan for this thing is that even at that open place that whether zinc or whatever, that we try to close that gap there. So they have good mind for this.
That's a good effort. Because I still remember that outside the students and the government, we only have, or you don't have PTA now. You normally call it a school dialogue, something like DT, you know. If the parents have been called to meeting,
ask them about this thing they're building inside the compound.
It's not building. That is for people working at these road workers or chanja workers. That is the road workers there, contractors there. So they put their working instruments there.
Yeah.
After the work on the road, road construction, they will remove all these things.
Okay. That is okay. So PG, with the commendation and this very reports, I have a move motion for adjournment till next AGM.
Yes, supported.
I'm supporting the motion.
Okay, so yeah, supported.
Before you support the motion, the PG will have to call for the motion. While the meeting was going on, the principal just whispered to me that 1999 said they are coming here to put up overhead tank to help them in water supply. It has started though. It has started though. I know that 79 said whispered something to me, before now, and I know they're on it. So just everybody be patient. We are not in any way subpedaling. The momentum is gradually coming up, and we'll get to where we want to be. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, I hereby call for adjournment of the AGM for today. Motion for adjournment. No, Secretary, you can't move. No, you can now move. I didn't call for
Okay, as earlier said,
move.
Before the visual route, I have a move for adjournment till the next year.
I'm
supporting him. Somebody supported from, yes, leave the members of executive out.
Yes.
Thank you. I must thank every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for your patience. I was among those who came early, and my principal was kind enough to also respond to us when we said, please, we came, we didn't like certain things. She quickly left what she was doing to join us. Thank you very much. God bless you. Honorable Dalorin, we're so grateful. You were in a meeting. When I looked around, I didn't see you.
Yes. I could have regretted if I missed it.
Okay, please, those who joined online, give him their names. So, thank you very much. At that short notice, you told me you were going to come right away. You left whatever you were doing to join.